booties for black girl nerds.
Well, when I thought about this, I thought about knowledge of self, self-discovery, a lot of things that we go through as Black people as we learn more of our history as we grow in age, because it's not taught in schools. So I thought about you and having the broad life experiences that you had. What does self-discovery and knowledge of self look like to you? And how has that changed your perception of it playing a character like Alice?
Um, I think it means a lot of things. I mean, it doesn't mean just one thing. I think self-discovery as it pertains to your cultural background or how it pertains to who you are in your family, as it pertains to who you are and you identify in gender, or, there's so many different things that expand your idea of who you are, in your identity as you continue to grow and evolve in life. But as it pertains to Alice, in her particular journey with self-discovery, I think the main thing that comes to mind is that freedom is something that you have to give yourself. And that there are always going to be people that tell you who you are or that tell you how to feel about who you are. And I think it's so important that in that scene where Alice kind of discovers that she was a slave and that, there has been so much that she has missed out on, you would think that the response that she would have would be to feel sorry for herself. But in fact, all she felt was gratitude. And I think that's important, right? Because there's something that we find out every day more and more about our history. And I think it's important for us to not reject our history, but to empower ourselves with the knowledge of it and for it to be used more so as a state of resilience and pride. And to see Alice display it that way, I think is really important and something I really want the youth to see, so that we don't stay in this apathetic place of rejecting history as we have been as it has been described to us, but instead be the author of how we choose to see our history and be able to decide to be free, feel freedom through that, as opposed to allowing other people to make us feel oppressed by that.
Mm-hmm. I like how you phrase that. And it is a sense of gratitude. And with that self-discovery, it just broadens and it blows her mind. So I thought of how she first interacted with Common's character, Frank, and how he thinks, she just has amnesia and she just doesn't know what's going on because of an injury. What do you think would be more daunting to you, waking up and not remembering who you are, or waking up and remembering and knowing that history is painful?
Waking up and not remembering who you are?
Not remembering anything. It's just a blank slate. You just in the wind, don't know anything. You just woke up.
So I think there's two things, right? I think waking up and not knowing who I am, that one is never going to be good. I don't want to not be connected to anything. But I think there's obviously a double-edged sword waking up to discovering something like this at once. And I think for me, knowing myself and knowing my nature, the initial thing would be a blow. But then after I got over the initial blow, then I would just be able to say, I would start looking at it in a different way, because this is the thing about me that I think is so important to always acknowledge with our people also, is that we sublimate, and that can be seen as a good thing or as a bad thing. But I think it's a good thing, because that means that we're always going to try and survive. And how you survive in life isn't always by changing your circumstances, but changing the way you view your circumstances. And that has always been a way that I have survived, and how I think my community has survived. So while, yes, that would be jarring straight out the gate, I would eventually learn how to switch it in my mind in a way that would make me feel proud, comfortable, and able to move forward.
Well, I thank you. I'm proud of you. I love seeing you continue to grow. Congratulations on another role, and the looks were on point. Looks were fire. But thank you, Keke. Take care of yourself.
You too. God bless you.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerds. Better shake your booties for black girl nerds.